An artist in Naperville is giving old books new life. Naperville News 17's Blaine Irwin has the story.
For over 10 years, Brian Dettmer has been making art out of old books. Now, some of his work is close to home, with an exhibit called Art of Facts on display at the Schingoethe Center at Aurora University. Each of his sculptures starts as one or more complete books. After setting them in the shape he wants the final piece to have, he coats them in acrylic varnish and carves, layer by layer, page by page, into the book. He leaves images, shapes, and words he finds interesting, and removes everything else, creating detailed sculptures with incredible depth.
It's a completely sculptural, subtractive process, so in a way it's almost a metaphor for reading, because while I'm carving through, I don't know what I'm going to come across, and it's an excavation, so I'm not adding any color or doing any drawing. I really want the actual book to become a collaborator with me.
Some of his sculptures are large, made up of over a dozen books intertwined or woven together. But his style had humbler beginnings.
You know, he really walked in to my first gallery with 3 books in his hand, and they were all rectangular versions of what he's doing now. Like there's one book right when you walk in. It's basically a book that's sealed and a window cut out of it. If what Brian is doing now is number 99, this was like 10, just real simple.
Brian has always worked with old nonfiction books, primarily reference material like encyclopedias and dictionaries. These are books that either contain information that's outdated or have been made obsolete thanks to the internet.
All the information that you most likely see in these books you can find online instantaneously, but there's something about the tactile feeling of a book itself that is more immediate, it's more intimate. This is a way to investigate that material in a new and interesting way, and you really literally get to dive into a book as its material object.
He speaks a lot about what is happening in the digital era, what is happening in this information age, how are we getting our information, and how is it affecting us. And so, it's sort of it's a dichotomy of destroying books to say something more about them.
For hundreds of years, books were the primary way that people stored, shared, and referenced information. Now, they're a threatened medium, leaving Brian with lots of material to work with.
By working with books, I want people to really look at the physicality, really look at the architecture and the structure of the information that we have had experiences with in the past, and really question what's happening now that information is losing its physicality, losing its tangibility, and everything's online and constantly needs to be updated.
Making obsolete books worth reading into again. Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Blaine Irwin.
Brian's exhibit, Art of Facts, is on display in the Schingoethe Center at Aurora University until late April.